Hi, welcome to Virtual Open House 2020. Welcome to the Armenian room, otherwise known as the heaviest room amongst our nationality rooms at 22 tons. Now this room is dedicated in 1988 and is done in a monastic style based off of Nationality Monastery in northern Armenia. If you look up at the ceiling, you'll notice that there's an opening there. That's known as a yurtik, and it's supposed to let out fumes from different oils and candles that the monks would light during their different practices and rituals. Now over in the corner over there at 301 AD, that represents the fact that they were the first country to convert to Christianity. So that's represented by the cross. Also by the door, you'll see a different representative of a khachkar, which is again a cross. And it represents Mount Ararat, which is really symbolic to the Armenian people because they believe they were descended from Noah's third son from that mountain. Education in this room is represented by the Armenian alphabet, which is carved into the wall and then gilded with gold. You'll see the date 404 AD is written right here. That's because that's when it was first established. The creator of the Armenian alphabet, Mesrab Mashdots, is actually listed on our heritage wall. Other significant Armenians are also listed such as Aram Khataturian, the composer of Spartacus, as well as William Saroyan, the author of The Time of Your Life, which won a Pulitzer Prize. Over here you'll see this khachkar, which is representative of the forced exodus from Armenia in 1915. Now this led to the Armenian diaspora. Over here on this cornerstone you will actually see something that commemorates this incident. The 5 surviving Armenians from this incident inside of Pittsburgh at the time put their thumbprints on the mortar that holds this stone to the wall, as well as the youngest Armenian in Pittsburgh who put her handprint there. This stone is actually from Nationality Monastery in Armenia. The Christmas season in Armenia starts on January 6th with the Feast of Epiphany, which is based on the Julian calendar. Typically, this is preceded by a large time of fasting, and then the solemn day of the Feast of Epiphany then begins, where they tend to eat a large amount of food. Trees are not traditional in Armenia, but it is common among the Armenian diaspora. And when they are decorated, they're decorated with usually crocheted khachkars or other traditional religious decorations. And there's a large communal midnight church that occurs on their Christmas day. And it's usually followed by a large communal feast, usually in the morning, from what everyone collected. Church bells are typically rung before dawn, and there's a lot of candles decorating the home. This day is followed by hand-kissing visits, so young children will then visit their elders and they'll kiss their hands. They usually bring them offerings such as chicken, pastries, and bread, and in return they will get gifts such as money or clothing. Another tradition that they do in Armenia is that they will have unleavened bread and they'll put an olive branch in it, and then they'll decorate it and give that to the church for the church to bless. They also make Gagant Pastries. So Gagant is on New Year's Day, and it's typically when they have their gift giving. The Gagant Baba is a Santa Claus-like figure who will bring gifts via the chimney, or he will give the gifts to the children at their bedsides by sneaking in. Thanks for visiting the Armenian room. Have a happy holidays and have a happy new year.